my loves, welcome back to my channel. Basically today, renewing the mind, tuning the body and renewing the mind is the topic. And what brought this up was I don't know, I was listening to some music and I found that I was like, it was weird. It was like Muji Maha. And I was like, I didn't understand some of the words, but the feelings that it emoted was just so beautiful. It was so, I don't know, like cleansing. And so I kept listening to this music every day. I mean, they were positive. They were all smiling, you know. It was full of love. You could tell that some of the words that they were saying were love. And so it emoted a certain feeling. But when we talk about renewing the mind, scientists, they come from an angle of frequency. Life, we come from an angle of conditioning, conditioning. For example, if you were told every day that as a child that you were ugly, how would that affect your mind? Or how would that affect the energy that is emoting from within you? What would that do to a person's mind? I mean, even if you were told that every day and someone came along, even if you weren't ugly, energetically, that will affect how you look at things, how your conditioning. It would strict or be limited in your thought patterns and in connection to that. And scientifically, there was a Dr. Emoto who did a case study in regards to frequency. And it's all the same when we talk about frequency, conditioning, the energy we emote in regards to our experiences or the way we perceive things, right? And so he did a study on snowflakes. And he found that when he breathed words emote. As we know, everything is energetic. Our bodies emit a certain wavelength, as do sound, thought. Everything that we see in this beautiful, majestic creation has its own wave pattern. Anyway, he did a study with frequency, and some where he spoke kind words to some water and what we consider mean words to other. And he found out that the water that he spoke kind words to had beautiful pictures, whereas the water that he spoke unkindly to emoted what we would consider ugly pictures. So even water responds to frequency, which shouldn't be a surprise if we're all these wavelengths. And when you interact with other conditioning or wavelengths in the form of speech or action, of course that's going to emote a reaction. But basically what came up was that example of if a child was told every day that they were, ugly, how would that affect their mind? Even in our experiences, the things that we've gone through in our lives, how does that affect us? What are the belief patterns, belief systems that we put on within our lives, experiences that now we have ingrained in our belief system. These are what we would consider conditioning. Scientists would say that it's a frequency that we emote in regards to that. And when we have beliefs that are restricting, that are conditioned, a lot of times they cause a restriction, cause a blockages. It causes beliefs that, inhibits the freedom that we all should have to our true nature, basically, our heart, that love center. And so, I wanted to talk about this tuning the body, the renewing the mind. Every time I listened to it, it was so beautiful. It just made me feel good. It just lightened me up. After a while, I was smiling and cleaning up. I would, listen to it when I was in the house getting ready, and it was just so calming. But now I understand. In retrospect, I didn't know, but now I realized it was the frequency. It was a love frequency that music was putting off. Sometimes there's certain things, or there are things that we can do to kind of purify or renew the mind. That's why the scriptures work so well when you are like positive affirmations, of telling yourself, that you are, all these wonderful things that we know we are. That you are love, that your true nature. Music with higher frequency. 432H music is one of the frequencies that they say that, hi, good morning. It's beautiful out here now. Yes, yes. But 432H music is a frequency, a high frequency, a love frequency that they say that helps to just cleanse and purify, because it's a love frequency. And so there are things that you can do, since we are these vibrations, wavelengths, whatever you want to call them, conditionings, conscious beings. There's things that you can do to renew your mind. And like I said, some people do these affirmations, do these scriptures, reading the scriptures which are purifying. Listen to high frequency music, love music, music that doesn't have the hurts that, causes the anxiety. Just see how you feel after you listen to your favorite song. Does it cause more pain? You know how sometimes you can listen to songs and after you're done, you want to go cry and curl up. These are not the songs that are considered high frequencies. I used to hear certain channels, on YouTube, when you go to YouTube music and hear chanting. I'm like, what in the world are they chanting? Is that demonic? But you can tell that they're just in another language. They're speaking love and light, and they just say it over and over. Even this is considered cleansing. When you're just even singing love and light, just sing it. Even when people sing Christ, that makes them feel a certain way, or because these are the people these are spiritual people that emitted the exact our true nature, our home. They emitted that Christ consciousness, that love energy. So when you connect to that, you're connecting to the source. You're connecting to your true nature, your heart. Home is what I call it. So there are things that you can do to renew the mind in forms of, even reading love quotes. Like there was a scripture in the Bible says, whatever is lovely, whatever is good, whatever is truth, think on these things. And there's a number of things. It's in Corinthians, but it's a reason. You put your mind and your heart on all that is, beautiful, that is molding that Christ conscious energy that we are all looking for, or that home, that place of love and peace where that surpasses all understanding. This one being that the Almighty, that we are connected, the Almighty, that breath of life that was blew into our hearts and our minds. And so, yeah, I wanted to leave you with that. It came up, tuning the body and renewing the mind. Yes, we do need to tune the body and renew the mind. We need to wash away all that isn't us, all that is not true, all that causes suffering and hurt, the conditioning of the mind, that those experiences that wasn't so lovely. And we can do that every day. And the journeyless journey is what I call it, because it's all about our perceptions. It's all about what we believe. It's all about what's true and what's not. Really, we're the only truth. We are that expression, individual expressions of the Almighty, that one being, the source. So, really, in actuality, that is the only truth. Everything else is a vibration, which means it's a creation. It is that I am source. So we just need to reconnect back to the heart through renewing our mind, as the Bible say. Look at this little cutie pie here. Well, we're going to go back. We're going to get back on to our walk. I just wanted to leave y'all all with that. It came up and I had some interruptions, and so I hope it all flowed well. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and remember that you are beautiful and I love you. Bye.